As there are many dangerous and brutal predators on the African savanna, but today we will crown the scariest animal in Africa for the wild dogs. As this may sound silly, but I believe it is to witness the following hunting and the shocking images right away, you will have to think differently about the wild dogs. So do not rush to leave the screen, because right now, let us admire the terrifying and catastrophic battles of the predatory assassin, the wild dog. As amazing, the wild dogs attacks the impala and pregnant gazelle. As referring to the notorious predators on the African savanna, what bloody battle do you not immediately think of? Was it the brutal massacre of the pride of the lions, the violent hunt of the hyenas, or the grisly scene of the wildebeest that are killed by the cheetahs? Predators killing their prey are very obvious and familiar things in the animal world. But have you ever witnessed the tragedy, bloodthirstiness, and the bloodthirsty carnivores that eat a fetus of their prey? This is truly the aura that the wild dogs have for impalas and gazelles. As although any predator can do this to their prey, wild dogs are very special. So what makes this different for the African wild dogs? While the lion's hunting success rate is only about 27 to 30%, and the rate of African wild dogs is up to 80%, a number that must be said to be extremely high, surpassing that of lions and leopards, as this achievement is mainly due to the fact that the wild dogs have a smooth coordination when hunting. But if a feral dog is alone, can it succeed? As normally, wild dogs will hunt in packs, but when faced with a weak prey, such as a pregnant impala, they are always ready to attack the alone. As this impala is suffering excruciating pain from the sharp bites of the wild dog, as the predator had to cut open the abdomen and pull out the impala's fetus. While the impala had struggled constantly, the wild dog had seemed to enjoy the refreshing meal. And even though the wild dog was no longer interested in the impala, it hurriedly dragged the unborn impala to another place and slowly enjoyed a delicious meal. As most carnivores rely on camouflage to stealth into the environment, silently approaching and taking down their prey, but the wild dogs are one of the exceptions. And if all big cats have to use stalking attacks, the African wild dogs very rarely have to use this tactic, as they are able to chase their prey many times faster than themselves. And the impala is a prime example, as the wild dog had killed a pregnant impala. And although it didn't get to witness the wild dog killing close up, I believe how brutal this wild dog was. As look at the bites in the abdomen of the prey, and you will know just how powerful the bite of the wild dog is. Looking at the way that the wild dog was digging, I knew what he was looking for. A fetus was definitely pulled out of the body of the prey by the wild dog. As after winning the spoils, the wild dogs carrying the impala fetus had left a large meal for the pack. And if cheetahs are known for being prone to overeating, so you will often find them sitting on the top of their prey, being killed midway, panting, and the wild dogs aren't, as they are born to conquer their prey with the high endurance chases, and the African wild dog will chase its prey until the prey is exhausted and collapses, unable to fight back and killing the prey. and when discovering an impala wading in the water, the wild dogs immediately planned to block the road and surround it. As the impala saw the enemy, it tried to get ashore to run away, but it couldn't, because it was pregnant. So its body was so heavy that the impala had no way to escape. And by the time the impala waded into the shallow waters, the dogs were already waiting to attack. As lonely prey is scared and it doesn't know what to do, so can't get to shore, nor to stay submerged for too long. As the constant of patience between the prey and the hunter finally ended when the dogs found a way to attack and drag the pregnant impala ashore. As a painful death was inevitable end to the poor impala. As mentioned above, wild dogs aren't the only ones who do this cruel thing to impalas. In the place where they live, they are another cold-blooded person. Those are the opportunistic hyenas. As a wild dog and hyenas have pulled a baby out of laboring after the predators had cornered the poor impala. As nature can be cruel, but fortunately for the impala, a quick death put an end to his suffering. And compared to the cruelty of hyenas, wild dogs are not inferior. However, the hunting rate of hyenas is only about 30 to 50% less than that of the wild dogs. As the factor that makes the success of the wild dogs is thanks to the combination of the excellent individuals to form a strong team. As the wild dogs are pack animals with a high social organization and are full of discipline, as they usually hunt in groups of about 6 to 20, and with skill, endurance, and the ability to accelerate unexpectedly quickly from each individual in the group. When combined, they will form an extremely scary hunting collective. As impalas are considered a lucrative prey for predators, especially if the prey is pregnant, this meal is more attractive to the predators than ever before. As the impala was running at a lightning speed, about more than 60 kilometers an hour, and it was followed closely by a lone wild dog. As despite possessing a high movement speed, the impala could not compete with the wild dogs, so it had to throw its whole body into the waters. Unfortunately, the impala's efforts were not enough for it to escape the scythe of death, as even after being defeated by the wild dogs, the impala was tortured by the hyena, who had witnessed the entire chase, from the beginning till the end. And yet, far away in the thicket of the trees, there was another opportunist waiting to be able to join the party. As fast as lightning, the leopard had stole the entire meal of the impala and had dragged it onto a nearby tree branch to enjoy the fresh meal without much efforts. And besides the poor impalas, gazelles also can't escape the sharp claws of the wild dogs, as the fate of prey has pushed the mother gazelle and her unborn baby to the brink of death. As this pack of wild dogs is tearing apart a pregnant gazelle while it is still alive. As you see, the gazelle's eyes were pitiful, but it didn't resist the predators, as perhaps it had accepted its fate and desire a death more than ever. Different from the attack of the famous predators such as lions, leopards, and cheetahs, wild dogs have a more terrifying way of finishing their prey. As usually, the big cats tend to bite the neck or to lock the mouth of the nose of the prey into its jaws, so the prey can suffocate and it dies before eating. And of course, the lions can also eat their prey while it is still alive. But this is less often because they do not want to put a lot of effort in. And in contrast, wild dogs will often choose to eat their prey while they are still alive. And if an unlucky prey was caught by a wild dog, it might have been half eaten before it died. And although all of the above images can be very heartbreaking, it is the fate that nature has arranged for the prey. As no matter what state they are in, they cannot escape the brutal pursuit of the fearsome predators. As the fierce wild nature has turned the wild dogs into super predators, they have had terrible massacres of impalas and gazelles. Even when their prey is pregnant, they don't have a chance of escaping from the wild dogs. So do you find the fearsome predators crown worthy of the wild dogs? Leave a comment in the chat box below to let us know. As today's video comes to an end, thank you everyone for watching this video. And if you love to explore the animal world, then don't forget to press the subscribe button in the bottom right corner of the screen. Don't forget to hit the like, share and subscribe to our channel to support us. And for now, goodbye